Long time no see, Amy. Are you still alive?
Jack?
Yo, what's up?
What do you mean, yo? You didn't come home this Christmas again. This is the 6th year you haven't come. It's alright, even if it's just for a day. Just come visit us once in a while.
Oh, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I'll visit you guys this weekend.
What? Really? Does that mean you'll be living here again?
Yep.
But what are you going to do about work? There's no way you'll be able to commute 4 hours to work every day. Wait, did you change jobs?
No, that's not it.
Then why?
Obviously it's because I quit.
What? You quit? But didn't you graduate a famous university and get a job at a huge company? You even boasted so much when you got the job.
Well, you see, I made a huge fortune investing in stocks.
What? Stocks?
Yep, I've gotten so good at it that I could become a day trader if I wanted. It seems that not only was I talented, I was actually a genius.
Wait a minute.
Huh?
I knew you were smart, but becoming a day trader can't be that easy. Did you actually study how to trade stocks?
I learned it by actually doing it.
And what did you do?
I started trading stocks at the market and learned on my way.
That sounds pretty risky.
Yeah, but it worked out since I'm a genius.
Judging by how you're talking about this, I assume you've been doing this for a while now? When did you start?
2 months ago?
What? Just 2 months?
Yep, I really must be a genius if I can figure out how to trade stocks in just 2 months.
No way. There's no way you can learn how to trade stocks in just 2 months.
Why? Do you have experience trading stocks?
No, but...
Then quit trying to lecture me.
But why do you have to quit your other job?
It's fine. If I say it's alright, it's alright. I'm a genius, remember? If you keep bothering me, I'm not gonna help you when you need any money, alright?
Anyways, it's decided that you'll be returning here?
Yep, I already cancelled the contract with my current apartment.
Got it. Your room's the same way it was 6 years ago when you left. So just clean it up and move in there, okay?
Well, just do it for me, please, Amy.
I'm pretty busy myself.
It's hard to believe you when you're not even married, live in your parents' house, and don't even have a boyfriend.
Shut it. You're already an adult, right? You should be able to clean up your own room.
I got it. I'll be bringing my stuff on the truck this weekend, so open up a place to park for me, alright?
Fine. Take care.
Are you outside, Amy? I wanted to ask you for help carrying my stuff.
Oh, you're already there? You had a key?
Yeah, so I just opened the door and went in. Where are you?
I was suddenly called to work and had to go to the office. I'll be home by evening.
Is that so? Where are Mom and Dad?
Those two are... well, it's the usual.
What do you mean? Actually, who cares? Just help me when you get home, alright?
Actually, I'll probably still have to work, so I won't be able to help.
You know what? You keep talking about work, but aren't you an unemployed woman living with her parents?
What?
You're lying about work, aren't you? You're just killing time outside since you don't want to help me.
I don't know what idea you have in your head, but it's true that I have a job, you know.
What?
I just work from home most of the time. I just had to go out today to talk in person to my client.
What? That sounds so much like a lie.
Why?
You always mention how you text Mom and Dad. Haven't you been living at their house for the past 6 years ever since you quit the last company you worked for? I'm saying that it's embarrassing that my sister, who's already in her 30s, is still depending on her parents.
Oh, so that's what they said about me. I'm not even unemployed. I just work from home.
That's the excuse people like you always give.
Anyways, the neighbors know that I work from home, so there's really no need to be embarrassed.
That's just what you think. Besides, there's no way to get a job that lets you work from home if you didn't even go to college. Things like that can only be done by people with a certain level of smarts and skills.
But I do have some skills.
The skills you're talking about are probably the type that no company is ever gonna want. Which is why you must actually be unemployed.
Why do you have zero understanding for people who work from home? Aren't you younger than me? That head of yours must be getting old. Are you alright?
You've got some courage saying that to me, the genius.
It's fine if you return home, just don't bother my work.
Bother you? You're the one who needs to get an actual job and stop being a bother, Amy. I don't care whether you're poor and have no income. I'm not gonna be lending you any of my money.
I said I have a job!
Alright, I see how it is. I'll make some food, okay?
I told you, I won't be home until evening.
Seriously? I only ate instant ramen for breakfast, so I'm really hungry.
Jesus. Well, it's obvious you haven't been eating well. There's some stir-fried vegetables in the fridge left over, so eat that.
What? Stir-fried vegetables? How lame.
You don't have to eat it if you don't want to.
Fine.
Oh, be sure to ask Dad first if you're going to drink the beer. He gets really mad if you just drink it without asking.
Alright. Amy? Could you leave the house already?
What? What's this about suddenly?
I'm sick of having to pay for someone who doesn't have a job.
Are you talking about me?
Who else would I be talking about?
And what about you? What are you doing in your room all day?
I'm checking stock values. I need to monitor the market to determine which stocks will be profitable. This is my job.
Is that actually alright? Making a living off of stock trading seems even harder than working from home.
It's fine. I'm a genius after all.
I, for one, think that you should be more careful, though.
I said I'm fine. I'm not gonna fail.
I see. Well, I've got to attend a meeting, so I'll be leaving the house. There's curry in the fridge if you want something to eat for lunch.
Got it.
Jack! Is this your doing?
What is it?
My stuff's outside the house!
Yeah, that was me. Me plus Mom and Dad.
What?
I talked to Mom and Dad about kicking you out of the house, since you don't even have a job of your own. They strongly agreed to my plan. You were planning on moving all your stuff outside the house while you were outside. Everything in your room's right there.
What? Why you? How many times do I have to tell you that I have a job?
They said to take the stuff by tomorrow morning. You better take it away as soon as possible. Oh, we changed the house keys, so you won't be able to come in anymore.
So you really do want to kick me out, huh?
The way you say it is a bit harsh. I just want you to become an actual adult that contributes to society, Amy. So I'm just making it so that you'll have to.
What are you going to do with the house?
The rent is no problem. After all, I'm a rich genius.
Okay. So you really want me to leave?
Yep, definitely. Oh, is it that you're in trouble since you got no place to go? I mean, you are the person who lived off of a parent's money for the last 6 years. So I guess it was to be expected. Fine, I'll give you 10 cents, so get out the house already, will you? Don't come back.
So does that mean You're cutting ties with me? Thanks.
What do you mean by that? Why do you sound happy?
Take care of him for me, will you? Oh, I don't need the 10 cents.
What are you talking about?
Bye then.
What? I thought you'd be more sad. Amy? Amy! Something terrible's happened. What should I do?
I thought you guys cut ties with me.
The value of the stocks went down in value hard.
Stocks? Are you talking about the stocks you bought?
Yes, it was fine until yesterday, but then suddenly, I woke up and checked the stock values and they dropped enormously.
Are you talking about A Engineering?
What? How do you know?
Haven't you been watching the news?
The news?
I only skimmed through an article, so I don't really know the details, but they've been talking about how there's been an incident within the company since last night.
Seriously?
I don't know much about stocks, but aren't stock values heavily influenced by the current situation of the company?
So that's why the value suddenly dropped?
Probably.
Oh, what a mess.
And? Why'd you contact me? I forgot to block you. But stop contacting me, will you? I thought you cut ties with me.
I need money!
What?
Things have turned into a real mess ever since the values of my stocks dropped.
What do you mean?
I decided to take a risk and invest a large amount of money, so I got a loan of 40k.
Seriously? You're in that much debt?
Yep, but I have no way of giving it back, so please give me some money. It seems that even though you were poor and unemployed, you had enough money to find a new house. You got some money, right?
I do have the money, but I'm not giving you any.
What?
Why should I give someone I cut ties with any money?
I'll apologize for kicking you out of the house. Even if you're unemployed, you can still find a job while living at this house.
How many times do I have to tell you that I'm not unemployed? Aren't you the one who needs to find a job?
Huh?
The rent costs 1K per month at that house. But Mom and Dad just spend the whole day at the casino and don't have a job, so...
What, Dad doesn't have a job?
You didn't know?
But doesn't he leave the house in the morning every day saying he's off to work?
Apparently he considers gambling a profession.
What?
Hey, Jack. You don't know that our late grandfather and I were the ones who paid for your college tuition and not Mom and Dad, do you?
Really? What do you mean?
You see, our family depended on our late grandfather who owned his own business for money before I got a job. Once he was gone, Mom and Dad immediately used up all of the money they received as inheritance on gambling. I've been supporting the family since 3 years back. But for some reason, Mom and Dad still think they're living off of the inheritance money. They won't believe it when I tell them that they're living off of the money I earn working. Which is why, now that I'm gone, you'll either have to support them on your own or convince them to start working.
Please come home, Amy!
What? Why?
It's bad enough that I lost my stocks and now in debt, but I have to support Mom and Dad as well. Just get a job and be enough.
I have no intention of returning.
Why? I'm begging you!
Aren't you the one who kicked me out?
I said I'll apologize! Besides, how do you plan on making a living when you don't even have a job?
I'm honestly curious what kind of brain this genius, who after hearing everything I said still believes that I'm unemployed, has. But I'm actually a freelance web designer.
Huh?
I'm actually pretty busy. I've got work I need to do before the deadline, so I really don't have the time to be texting you.
Amy?
Goodbye for real this time. I found out later on from a relative as to why Jack started trading stocks. Apparently, he had a colleague who was an expert and made a huge profit after following his advice. He got hooked and bought some more stocks and was lucky enough to make another huge profit. But that was the end of his luck. He must have thought he had a talent for it and quit his old job without thinking about the future. Jack now supports mom and dad at their house with multiple part-time jobs. He's got his own debt to pay on top of that, so obviously he has no time off. Now that I'm gone, no one in that house does any housework anymore. It's basically a garbage dump now. It's a rented house, so they'll probably be kicked out. Which is what a relative said while sighing.
Yo, Lisa! It was nice seeing you again today. 17 years now since the last time we made contact with one another, right? I'm sure seeing me come out of nowhere like that was quite the surprise for you.
Nice seeing you as well, Troy. Now what do you want with me?
Huh?
I'm asking what my ex-husband, the man that said he should be married to a younger woman after all, before stabbing me in the back and running off with my little sister, wants from me. You were following me all afternoon, going on and on about how you had something to ask me about Rebecca, and that's why I'm responding to you now, because I have no other choice. And just a reminder, after you tell me what you wanted to say and ask, I'm going to be deleting your contact info again and don't want to see you anymore.
Oh, that's right. About Rebecca.
I heard that you both broke up with one another 1 year after you left me for her. But that was 16 years ago, so why do you want to ask about her now?
That was just an excuse.
Huh?
I had to say something in order for you to eventually give me your number like that. But even before that, I had to actually find out where you were living now and come out here and hang out around the area waiting to run into you. And I can't believe that even worked out for me to begin with. Sure, you're 17 years older now, and that age is really beginning to show, but you still have that same old face, which made it so easy for me to recognize you.
Do you have nothing better to do right now? Why the hell would you come out around my house waiting for me to come out?
I wanted to show you how happy I'm living right now.
Huh?
Right now, I'm about to start going out with this super young and super hot girl.
Oh, now I'm really not curious.
Just listen for 2 seconds. Her name is Lanny, and she's a college student. She's currently working part-time at a ramen restaurant called Rama close to Hartford Station.
What? Did you say Rama?
It's a pretty famous restaurant in that part of the city, so you have to know it as well, right?
Well, I do know about it. But a girl named Lonnie working at Rama?
Right. Just her name alone is super cute, right?
I also happen to know the owner of Rama, by the way. And that Lonnie you're speaking of is still in high school. So...
What? But I was told by a frequent customer to that place that the owner's daughter is a college student. He said she's available and everything right now, and that I definitely have a chance with her.
And Lonnie happens to be the owner's niece. The owner's daughter left the state last year to go to some college out in Boston. She was also staying at her grandma's house while in high school, so there was no way you were seeing her while she was still around. So that has to be the high schooler you're talking about.
Ah, is that right?
By the way, Lonnie's dad also happens to work at that restaurant.
Wait, really?
And he happens to be younger than you.
What?
If you understand what I'm saying now, then stop thinking such depraved thoughts about a high school student and stop going out to Rama, please.
She has a father who's younger than me?
Thank God I was here to tell you the truth before you went and committed a crime.
Ugh. Yo!
What? What this time? Is there something else you're wanting to bug me about?
Yesterday, I was so shocked over the things you told me that I never had the chance to talk with you about the one thing I needed to say.
Is that so? Well, if you want something from me, hurry up and say it. Right now, I'm in the middle of my very important break from work, trying to relax and not think about things.
Ah, so you really are working now?
Yes, I'm working.
I see. I knew that would be the case.
What the hell is this?
You're gonna be a single old hag forever, right?
What? Wait, what the hell did you just say? You think it's okay to be saying rude things like that at your age? Me being single right now or married right now has nothing at all to do with you, Troy.
That's not totally true, though, because I know that I'm correct when I say that you don't seem to be married at all.
Why would you think that?
Because the guy who saw you the other day said that you're living in a one-bedroom condo right now that's meant for young and single adults to be living in.
And you assume that that's my house?
Well, it has to be, right?
Hey, what the hell is this all about, Troy? All of today and yesterday, you lied to me in order to start a conversation with me. And then you started to brag about how you'd be going out with a high schooler of all people. You told me all you wanted was to brag about how happy your life is right now, yet you're back speaking to me again after all that was said and done yesterday? It's been 17 whole years now since you and I got divorced, so what the hell is your goal now?
Well, after that little embarrassing thing I brought up with you yesterday, I thought I'd stop right then and there and never talk to you again. But this morning I realized something.
What?
Lisa, about you. The fact that you're still single at the moment means that you must still have some feelings for me, right?
Huh? No frickin' way would I ever hold any feelings for a man that backstabbed me like you did for the past 17 years.
Are you sure about that? Then why are you still working like that?
There are tons of women who are married and still work a job.
But you're not married! You're still a single old hag!
Who the hell ever said that?
Which means you still have feelings for me, right?
I do not, all right? Shut the hell up, man.
Hey, want to get remarried to me?
Huh?
You and I, we're really getting up there in age now, right? I'm sure this is all moving along way too fast for someone like you, but I've had to start thinking about what my life will be like once I've retired. And when you think about yourself being a single woman in your 70s, don't you feel hopeless and alone?
How about you stop assuming that I'm single when I never said anything about whether or not I'm married right now?
But you not giving me an answer right now means that you're too embarrassed to tell me the truth, right? In other words, you're still single after the last 17 years.
Jesus frickin' Christ. The only reason I haven't said anything is because talking with you is a pain in the ass.
A pain in the ass?
What the hell is the point of explaining my life to some asshole who cheated on me with my little sister? That's why I haven't told you anything about myself. But I can see now that not telling you anything is far worse for me, as you're just going to assume now the person I am, which is even more annoying. So I'll explain things.
What?
To start, take a look at this picture.
What is this a picture of? Why does she look like you in a gown and cap?
That's a photo of me graduating from university.
Huh? But aren't you and I the same age and everything?
After I divorced you, I went back to university. I thought that it was time for me to study some more and make something out of my life.
But at the age you were at, wasn't that a bit of a pain? Going to university after you had to get a divorce from your husband?
I have the right to do whatever the hell I want after you left me for my sister. After you were gone, I had gone back to university to study. I was finally able to get the kind of job I'd been wanting. And what's even better than that, I was able to meet my current husband there.
Your current husband? But you're single right now.
Next is this picture.
What's this?
Those are wedding bands.
What?
And considering that these bands are much different designs than the ones you got back when we were married, you can tell that I was given mine by someone else, right?
Then you're seriously married right now?
Now you take a look at this picture. That is my current husband playing with our toddler.
What?
I didn't want you seeing what they both look like now, so that's a picture I took of them a few years ago when my daughter was a toddler. But as you can see, I have a husband now that I've been married to, and we had a daughter together. My husband also happens to understand that I enjoy working the kind of job I have right now. And both his mom and dad are very loving people that treat me like I'm a daughter of theirs rather than an object.
So you're really married then?
I really am. And for the longest time now, I've been enjoying life with them.
Then why do you have a condo right now that's meant for a single person? Don't tell me you have issues with your husband now and have been taking another man there to make love to him secretly. If that's really the case, then make me that secret lover of yours instead.
It's undeniable now that you've become this disgusting wreck of an old geezer now. Listen. Have you not yet noticed that the condo you speak of was just an Airbnb?
What?
From time to time, I'm having to travel a little ways out of town for work, and there is nobody in the area I can stay with. So I thought instead of getting a hotel, I'd be better off staying at an Airbnb like that one. So after talking with my company, they said I could have a room there instead of in a hotel. That's all.
So you were on a business trip?
Yep, and that right there is what's happened to me these past 17 years. Now that you're aware of everything, you shouldn't need to bother me anymore, right?
No, wait, but...
In conclusion, you have nothing to do with my life now, and I will not include you in it.
What?
Bye-bye.
Yo, Lisa, get out here right now!
Wait, what?
I just need this place while you're here for business, so let me come live in there with you!
Huh?
I don't have anywhere else to live right now, so please let me live in there with you! And as a thank you for doing that, I'll eat you out tonight and every night!
Screw off. I already finished my business trip now and am back home with my husband and kid. Right now there's nobody in that condo.
What did you say? You told me before that you were going to be around for 1 month, right?
No, I didn't. I was only there for the week, and that ended 2 days ago.
Huh? Are you kidding me?
By the way, Troy, before you came to the condo today looking for me, you went and made a move on that Rebecca, right?
What?
I was just about to tell her to look out for you, but she told me that you already stopped by. You made the mistake of thinking that she was single when you went in to talk to her. You told her that you'd been kicked out by the woman you'd been living with for 10 years and said you'd get back together with her as long as she took care of you, right? But then you noticed that she had a middle school son with her that she had to walk away with after you approached her, right?
You know all about that, too?
My sister told me she never expected you to come out where I'd be so many years later, and said sorry for not saying anything to me sooner about you.
You guys... Are you guys actually talking to one another again? The two sisters that ruined my life and left me for dead have...
Hearing you say that about us is not right at all. After having taken you from me 17 years ago and then being thrown out by you a year later, my sister's eyes were open to a lot of things. She actually went out to my parents' house not too long after all that happened between you two and apologized to them. I haven't been around my parents' place for some time now, so I wasn't able to meet with her then when she did that. But she continued to try and get in touch with me, wanting to apologize each and every time for what she'd done. I'm not saying that her and I are 100% okay with one another again, but we're at least to the point now where we can talk with one another again over the phone if we need to.
No freaking way!
And with that, this is really it. Don't you ever bother any of us ever again.
Lisa, about a place for me to live.
Screw you.
Lisa!
Goodbye forever. A few days later, I received a phone call from Troy's older brother. Apparently, his older brother is the one who owns his parents' house now, after they had both passed away years ago. Troy went and sold all of his belongings in order to get the money to afford a plane ticket and go all the way back there to live with his older brother. By the time he had made it home to see his brother and his family, he looked like he had fought a war as he began to tell his brother what all had happened. However, his older brother found the story very creepy and told Troy that he never wanted to let him into their house again. But, being his older brother, he did go and ask a friend of his to help Troy out by giving him a new job. And so, after a night of having to sleep out in the shed, Troy's brother came out and grabbed him by the neck before throwing him into a van that took him away to a new location in a dorm room. Without even knowing what had happened to him, Troy was in a new world, working a job he never even asked to do. Troy was also asked to pay his brother back close to $30,000, as that was the amount he'd paid to help Troy out with his divorce and everything 17 years before, after he had cheated on me. Now Troy's in the process of working a very tough job in order to pay that off, while also being disciplined and straightened out by a bunch of big guys he has to work alongside. As for myself, I'm back at home still with my husband and daughter, enjoying the peace and quiet again after blocking Troy's number and never hearing from him again. I'm still at a loss as to what happened over those couple of days with him, but I was never actually worried about him being able to find my family and I, because we don't even live anywhere close to that city, hence me staying in that Airbnb when I have to go on business trips. And when it comes to the relationship between my sister and I know it's not all that strong yet, but over time I'm sure I'll be able to see her in person again. Just give me a few more years, and by then I might even be willing to consider her a part of my family, and let her see my daughter and husband. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.